She's a
bad thing, funny as hell.
Hey everybody, it's Ivy, and today I'm going to show you how to slay your frontal. It's 2018 and we're going to get these frontals popping once and for all, you guys. So it's a few things you need before you start. So the first thing you're going to need is some bleach. I like to use Quick White. You can get this from Sally's. And I like to use Blonde Brilliance toner and also developer. I use the developer in a level 25, and this is extra strength, so it is going to work, you guys. I know 25 sounds a little low, but trust me, it works amazing. And then I like to use their toner in violet. This helps cancel out any brassiness, any orangey, anything. So the hair we're going to be using is from Diamondhairco, and this is their pink label Brazilian wavy. And this right here is their 13x6 frontal. And I love this frontal because it actually comes a little like pre-plucked. Like, it's very sheer around the hairline, which I thought was amazing because it's going to make it easy to customize. So we're going to take 2 scoops of bleach, and then we're going to use our cream developer, and then we're going to pour a little bit in there. I like my bleach to be the consistency of like toothpaste. Like, I need my bleach so thick so it doesn't run and seep, and this way you won't ever over bleach your knots. Now I'm going to put a little bit of that toner in there, and this is going to help cancel out any brassiness, any orange or yellow in my frontal, because that's the first thing to ruining a frontal is messing up the knots. Now we're going to paint on the bleach, and you want to paint this on lightly, you guys. Like, don't have a super heavy hand, because if you're heavy handed with it, it's going to seep through the lace and be all on your hair, and then you're going to have to go through and fix it with hair color, and it's just a unnecessary process. So just do it right the first time. Make sure you're painting this on nice and lightly. And it's okay if it's not completely, saturated with bleach. Sometimes when you completely saturate it, you can also very easily over bleach the knots. So I like doing it this way, kind of, a light layer, because they seem to bleach just so perfectly like this. And now I'm going to let mine develop for about 20 minutes. And these were my beautiful results. Now, if you are of a lighter complexion, you want to let your knots develop for maybe like 45 minutes. I only need 20 minutes because it gets them to this nice light brown color that blends in with my skin flawlessly, like so good. And this is what the knots look like on the back, as you guys can see. And now we're going to need a mannequin head. I like to use the size 21 because I have a small head. Okay, and then we're going to need some T-pins. You're going to need a spandex dome cap, and we're going to need some nylon thread. I prefer nylon thread for making wigs because they just last so much better that way to me. And you want to go ahead and put your cap on your mannequin head. And now we're going to put on the frontal first. So what's very important is to take the edge of the frontal and you want to line that up with the wig cap. This is very important to getting your frontal laid. You want to make sure it's lined up perfectly on each side, because this is where your ear would hit. Okay, so make sure this is lined up on the cap, and you want to make sure in the front that the cap is pulled down just a little bit, because you don't want it directly lined up with the cap, because that can make your unit too small. Trust me, I've made the mistake 1,000 times. And now I'm just adjusting the frontal just to make sure everything is nice and flat to the wig head. And it should look something like this. Now you can definitely adjust how far or low you want your frontal to be. Of course, that's going to change the actual size of the wig. Keep that in mind. And now I'm just going to braid the frontal to get the hair out of the way to prepare for sewing. And this is how everything should look. And make sure you do nice, small, tight stitches. I like to use the loop and pull method because this just locks everything together. I never have, gaps or loose ends or anything on my units because I faithfully use this loop and pull method. If you've been on this channel a while, you guys already know. And make sure to make your stitches very close and tight together, and you want to do this all the way across the frontal. Now this is how it should look when you're finished. It should be nice and neat and tight together. This way your frontal will lay super flat on your head. So now we're going to add the bundles, and once again, this is the Brazilian wavy, and I had 3 bundles of 28 inches. And for your first track, you just want to stitch all the way across, and I do like to attach the end of my track to the frontal. This just pulls everything together and help with the fit of the entire wig, and you want to do every track like that. Basically, you cut your track, you go across, and you sew, or you can flip it, but I did cut my wefts because it lays a little bit flatter that way. And that's pretty much all I did until I finished the wig, and this is what it looked like when it was finished. And my last track up there at the top, I actually connect that to the frontal. That way it's no like gaps in between. That way it can lay very flat and seamless, and you know, you won't see that line of demarcation. Now we're going to pin down the lace in the front because we're going to prepare for plucking. Now plucking is different for everybody, but I like to go in and take off the initial like hairline that's already created on the frontal before I really start customizing. You want to customize your frontal to your natural hairline. I don't know how much I can stress that to you guys. Every frontal should look different, you guys. Make sure you pay attention to your own natural hairline. So my next step, I like to part out little sections, and then I pluck behind the parted section. Now it's very important to pluck your frontal in sections, like start at the front and then do the left and the right. This way it's easier to customize because most people's hair is, you know, thinner or thicker in certain areas. And if you pluck your frontal this way, you're least likely to make mistakes. Because when I used to do it all over at once, I will always mess up my frontal. But this way, every time I pluck like this, I never mess them up, and they come out looking so natural, you guys. And make sure not to thin them out too much, because you can always go back and, you know, pluck more. But once you over pluck, you can't add any more hair back into this frontal. So this is how my frontal looked after I was done plucking. And now I'm going to put it on my head to cut the lace. Make sure all your baby hairs are back. Put your wig on and go ahead and start cutting that lace. Now I like to cut my lace to mimic my own natural hairline, and you don't have to do like super straight even cuts. Actually, the more jagged the cuts are, the more natural the lace will look. I find that when you cut it in like, you know, like this straight line, it just looks so fake and so phony. So make sure you're following the shape of your own natural hairline. As you guys can see, I'm cutting it to fit my own natural hairline exactly, and you want to make sure to cut it right there above the ears so everything lays really good. So this is how my unit looks right now. I know, still looking a little crazy, but we're not done, you guys. So now I'm going to go in and do my baby hairs. Now I like to use a straight razor for this. And what I like to do is pull the hairs out and hold my razor sideways. I like to shave away at the hair. I don't know how this works, you guys, but it creates the most seamless, smooth baby hair I've ever seen. I should have been doing this method, you guys. I mean, the baby hair just lays amazing. And this part is also very optional. You don't have to do this, but I like doing it. Even if I don't brush down the baby hairs, it just gives you this more natural, realistic appearance. See how nice that looks, you guys? Oh my god, I love it so much. And now I'm going to add an elastic band, and you can get this elastic band at, you know, Joann's Fabrics or Walmart, any fabric store really. And I like to stitch it right behind where my ear will sit, and I like to line it up with the elastic band that's already on the cap. And you want to go ahead and sew this on each side of your frontal in the same position. You want to put it right there on the other side where your ear will sit. So it should be even, you guys. You want to make sure it's even, because if you don't make it even, it could be ill-fitting. So now we're going to pop on our wig, and the only thing I use under my wig is my wig grip. I'm going to be doing a video about this, so stay tuned. Now I'm going to add some powder foundation onto my frontal because it was a little bit light, and I usually do this method now instead of tinting. So just go ahead and position your wig in place. And you guys, look how flat she is. Look how nice it just lays into my skin. Like, oh, I'm so in love with this unit. This frontal quality is amazing. It bleached really, really well, and I really liked how it came, you know, a little pre-plucked. It made it really easy for me to customize. And look how it just lays so well, you guys. And I love the hair like this. It was super cute. But for some reason, right here in the video, I just had this thought, I want to cut this hair. So I used my thinning shears and I went ahead and cut it into like a shoulder length style. I thought it would just be really cute, wavy and short like that. And now I'm adding some conditioner and water spray to the hair and scrunching it just to bring out those juicy waves. And now I'm getting ready to add my baby hair. You guys, you know this step is optional, but you know me, I have to have the baby hair, okay? As long as you don't go overboard with it, it's gonna look so good on your frontal. You don't have to worry. So this is how it looked after the baby hair and after my hair was dry. You guys, the hair is so soft. You guys see how this hair looks? So soft and so pretty. It's like the prettiest wave I've seen in a long time. Like, I'm already in the summer, you guys. Like, this is my summer wig. I didn't get hardly any shedding out of this hair, and the luster on the hair is just, it's beautiful. And I really like that all the bundles are kind of like a different wave pattern and a different color. It just adds to the realisticness of the unit. I love it, you guys, so much. Like, Diamond Virgin Hair did their thing with this hair. And of course, you guys, I'm going to show you how it looks in natural light. You guys, tell me this frontal isn't laid. Tell me this hair isn't beautiful. Tell me it's not my hair. Like, I love it so much. Look at the luster on the hair. It's not shiny. It doesn't look fake looking or anything. So if you guys are interested in this hair, it will be links and details below. I hope this video helped you guys with your frontals. Please don't forget to thumb me up, comment below, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.
Great scenes might be great, but I love your bloopers. Imperfects for the urgent, baby, I want forever.